Beep boop boop. What's up, everyone? Let us know how the audio levels are. I have not changed them, but apparently sometimes they still go out of whack.
Let me pop out this chat. Yo, what up, chat? Oh, I just realized I could be looking at the screen. I don't even need to pop out chat.
Okay, let's see. There we go. I gotta make this the right size, because last time you guys couldn't even see where my arrow was pointing to. Alright. Oh, man.
Toasty Matt. What a guy. Look at everyone. You like that? Yes, I do. Tristan wants free stuff. Panhandling.
Free stuff? That only comes every once in a while when we hit milestones, right?
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
I really give away... Well, I take that back, but I don't give stuff to subscribers for free, just willy-nilly. Because then, you can't be fair about it. Everyone wants free stuff. So,
Yeah.
you gotta wait till giveaways.
What do they look like? Tech Source? That's really cool, though. I've seen that a lot, though. A lot of people doing like, hey, I built my friend a PC.
Audio's good. Sweet. Let's get this session started. All right, 3 more minutes for people to roll in. Grab your drinks. Tell us what you're sipping on. Huh? You get that reference?
Got him.
Tell us what you're sipping on if you are sipping on something watching this. Probably tea or hot cocoa if it's cold where you're at.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, is it possible to underclock a guy? I don't know what that means. Stay up late.
Yeah, I'm underclocked right now. Or
Danny's
would that be
underclocked.
pushing it and you're actually overclocking? Like,
I
because
wonder.
you're in overdrive? I don't know.
The heat is the coffee.
Saliva. That's the best thing to sip on.
Oh, wait, do you drink coffee? Did I already ask you that?
I like the taste. I don't like the cost nor the stains that it gives to your teeth if you drink it a lot.
Agreed. 100%. That's why I drink it with milk when I need to.
I like that Vietnamese iced coffee stuff too, but they put too much ice in it so you don't get that much, but it's super potent.
The bubble tea?
No,
No,
not
wait,
the bubble tea, like the French
not
iced
bubble
coffee,
tea.
the drip coffee.
Ah. I just realized, like, bubble tea is, what, is that Japanese?
Bubble tea? No, I think it's Taiwanese or
Korean?
Chinese. No,
Oh,
definitely
okay.
not Korean.
I'm really good at my agents.
This stuff. Have you had this? This Vietnamese iced coffee? If you
Let me
haven't,
see.
you
Wait.
should try it. Like, they
I'm
have it
looking at
at
the
pho restaurants usually.
I think my screen share is frozen.
Oh, is it frozen? Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me re-screen share.
I'll just let it go. Is that still...
So,
can you still say that?
Stop
Is that too low?
sharing.
Too old?
Okay, sure. No, it's only a couple of years old.
I
The Frozen references.
can just say, you're welcome.
Okay.
We're gonna get copyright strike for that. But it's okay.
Do you see it now?
No, it's all that. It's giving me like a red connection thing. So.
Oh, it looks like our Skype call is not the best quality right now. I don't know if it's me or you.
It's probably me.
So you can't see what I'm seeing, huh? Well, you can
That's
see it
fine.
if you watch the stream, but
See it, guys. I'm
you'll
gonna
see it
experience
late.
everything from your point of view because I care.
let me
about
check.
what
Let me
you
do
have.
my speed test real quick, because I'm very curious if that's because my upload is garbage right now. I don't think I'm uploading or downloading anything right now.
Is it bad if I downvote the stream?
I think
Okay, I see.
interaction either way is good, but
Okay, I just downvoted it.
okay, I got 100 megabits up or down, not up. I wish up. So let's see what the up is.
Is there any way you can get rid of the fat Danny out of the stream?
Did someone say that?
No.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself. See, no one actually ever thinks that. Only you always joke about it.
Let me see. What is?
I'm getting
Okay,
4
I jump
up.
on my phone. This works.
Okay, but I'm getting 4 up. I usually get 6. I don't know if that's the reason. I don't know if you're down is the cause of it either. So,
I think it's just the connection in general.
because stream health is good and not that many dropped frames, only like 3%.
Who even knows? Secret collab hype, Tech Bank. You know. You already know. Oh, it just popped up again.
What did?
It's an awesome slideshow. Your screen. I'm seeing like, I think a really old version of your screen though.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna look on my phone to see.
All right.
It's not a proper tech stream without issues.
The coffee's been up for like the last 2 minutes, so there should be no delay.
I still see us. It'll give me more time to answer the chat, so ask any embarrassing questions about Danny and I'll answer for him.
Oh yeah, good point. TechBank said we should use Discord video chat, but we haven't gone on early enough to get that worked out and sorted. We tried before and it didn't work, so
we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're doing it live now with Skype, which is not good. All right, so grace period's up. Hey, what's up, everyone? Danny and Lee here.
Welcome back to Windows Shop Weekly, the place you can go for some dirt cheap tech, and this is the time of year to do it.
It is. Apparently, Newegg, they sent out an email. It's like Black Month or something instead of Black Friday. I still don't believe it though. I just think they're normal deals and they're just trying to hype it up.
It's true.
It's just normal.
Man. Do they price match on Black Friday? It seems like that would be a thing that they would want to not do.
Do they price match? I'm not sure if I've ever successfully price matched Newegg. I forget if they have done it. Oh yeah, they call it Black November. That's what it's called.
I'm trying to remember. I think last year though, I do think Black November, because they did something similar last year, didn't they?
Well, I don't know if it's actually deals though. I haven't looked through it because I just go build the PC sales. It's way easier. That's like hundreds of people doing the job for you.
Yeah, no, but I'm actually on your side. I remember them pulling a similar stunt last year, and none of the deals were good.
It was just like their typical deals. They just kind of dress it up like this.
I mean, it's smart marketing.
It is. I mean,
$100 laptop.
Yeah, same thing every year.
$5.
But
it's a Chromebook.
Oh, speaking of which, Black Friday. Oh, what am I saying? I was about to be like, can we do a stream on Black Friday? It's actually gonna be the day before Thanksgiving. Whether or not we do that stream, so. We could do a week before Black Friday or the Wednesday before Black Friday stream, depending on if me or Lee are out of town.
We'll figure it out then.
Yeah. But Lee, how you been?
Been good. I've honestly been grinding so much the last week with just selling stuff. Selling all the tech stuff that's just sitting around here. I haven't got to the desktops yet. That's the last thing I have to do, but I've sold like tons of stuff. I just made a sale today before the stream, and I was like, hey, is it cool if I record this? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you mean in person then? Like, was it on Craigslist?
Yeah, it was actually it was a Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
So it was a Mac. Macs, oh my goodness, they sell so quickly.
Was it an older one too?
It was a 2008 Mac.
Oh man.
iMac, 20 inches, and the lady didn't even know it was a computer. She thought it was just a monitor. I was like, no, this is a full-blown computer, but I'm surprised you're gonna spend that much for just a monitor. But anyways, yeah. So I'm selling a lot of stuff in preparation, like we said, for Black Friday. I've already made some Black Friday transactions that I'll keep on the DL for now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone involved, please don't say anything. But anyways, how about you, man?
Too late. It's been said. But
No,
it's things have been going good.
Awesome.
Yeah, work is actually hitting the fan, or crap's hitting the fan. Not hitting the fan, but it's just getting really busy. I'm gonna have to work weekends soon, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna not post on an upcoming Sunday soon. So you guys will be the first to know about that because I'm not.
You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, I mean, even if I tweet it out, that's like not most of my subs. I don't think most of my subs watch this stream or Twitter. These are just the dedicated followers. So yeah, you guys are gonna be the ones who there are people who wake up at 6 a.m. my time and they're like, oh, first. And there won't be a video on a Sunday coming out. But other than that, I'm excited that to get more sleep when I do that, because
Yeah,
I
man.
do lose sleep to try to keep the upload schedule consistent. Even though as I've always said, it's only one video, but for some reason it takes me forever, so I suck. But yeah, other than that, it's good.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, looking forward to the holidays. Looking forward to like the winter break, holiday breaks, that we get from work. So that'd be nice.
Oh yeah. Whew. Just like no one works the last month of the year, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of like things are toning down. Not for me, but once I finally get the stuff done for the year, then like a week or two after, it'll be nice.
Man, there's no rest for the tuber.
Yeah.
Ain't no rest for the tuber.
Because that's when you should be upping your grind, because you have holiday break and you have the whole day to do it instead of just after work.
You feel guilty, you get a message. Why are you on PUBG? Shouldn't you be making the next video?
I was actually on PUBG last night, but that was benchmarking, and I think that was like at midnight or 1 instead of sleeping, so I only got 4 hours of sleep.
Grinding, man.
Yeah.
And you just deal with it when you're tired? You don't take
I did drink a Mountain Dew today, which has quite a bit of caffeine in it. 92 grams per 16-ounce bottle or 20-ounce bottle. Yeah. So.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
Yeah. Probably not as much as... Actually, coffee is only 50 for like a small cup. So I think it's about the same as coffee.
Right. Yeah. I think it usually they try to get the can to equal like at least a good portion of a cup of coffee.
Yeah. But that's about it. Definitely looking forward to this stream because I've been noticing a lot of good deals lately. So
yes,
we're getting.
Please.
It's been better than the last few months. Like the last couple of streams, we found some deals, and I think we will find some today as well.
I was gonna point out, Brian from Tech Yes City posted a video on why it's a good time to buy. And I noticed he was in a blue T-shirt, and I was just like, Danny, I think he's been catching up on our videos.
Yeah. No, I really liked Brian's video because I think, kind of like how we discussed last week, how people only discuss one side of the story.
Right.
And the whole time when everyone's like, it's the worst time to build a PC right now, it is if you only look at the new market.
Right.
If you look at the used market, it's not as good, but it's still been decent,
It's getting better, for sure.
People have been hitting up, the comment section in my videos and stuff, or even on Twitter saying, I found this good deal, I found that good deal. So if you're open to used parts, then it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
I just still, the main component, which everyone knows already, is like RAM.
Yep.
It's just so bad.
It's bad in a percentage standpoint, but not as bad overall price-wise, right? Because it's about $30 more for 8 gigs, which is kind of the standard still for budget builders.
Right.
Whereas graphics cards, if it was the same percentage, it'd be a much higher value. So it just sucks if you look at it from a percentage standpoint.
Right, exactly. Because, like you're saying, because RAM used to be so cheap, there's only one way to go anyway, is up. So, $30 out of 60 means a whole lot more than...
Yeah.
But even DDR3, my buddy was building a server, and he was like, hey, can you give me some tips on, what components I should look at? And I was flipping through, and he was like really stuck on Amazon. He doesn't want to go used. So,
oh, wow.
And I was just like, dude, this is all you got, man. You're gonna have to pay like $80 for like a dual channel kit.
I thought DDR3, even on Newegg right now, is pretty reasonably priced, but maybe I'm wrong. 40. That's right. That's the laptop.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Newegg. I mean, but he was on Amazon, so I was like, maybe
he didn't even want to go Newegg.
No, he went to Amazon. Sorry if I said Newegg, I meant Amazon.
No. I know, but what I'm saying is, I thought you just said he didn't want to do used, so he should have still been open to all the other new outlets.
Yeah. Well, I think because Newegg shipping isn't as fast. Because he actually works in IT. He just doesn't do a lot of like hardware stuff.
I see.
In terms of like building. So he was asking me, and I would have told him to go used.
Yeah, especially with RAM too. Like, I'm not sure if I've ever had RAM sticks die on me.
No, and I mean like, speaking of Tech City again, he's got another video where he like legitimately like scrubs it with soap and water and like throws them around, rubs them on the carpet.
I mean, I don't think there's capacitors or anything in there, so if there's no power being run through it, I think it should be fine.
Right, exactly.
But Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if if
Yeah.
people are stern on their stance like that, then then they just have to accept paying more money. So
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
I like Amazon for a lot of things, but I wouldn't say hardware is one of them, except for the occasional like $20 power supply or
yeah, or sometimes CPU coolers,
right. Oh yeah,
Power
coolers.
Rig
Yeah.
ones and Cooler Master ones are pretty good on there. But actual components like GPU, CPUs, I don't think I've bought it from there ever.
Yeah. But I know people who buy exclusively on Amazon, and it's solely because they're guaranteed to get it in 2 days.
Yeah,
It means a lot. It adds a lot of value for people for that shipping.
that's true. Yeah. But as we know, deal hunting and patience go hand in hand. If you and saving money, they all go hand in hand. Like some people have enough money to, disposable income to pay a little bit more for instant gratification.
Yeah, exactly. Which I can kind of feel for because depending on how long it is like, is it really worth getting this for $1 from China, or do I want to just spend $4 and get it in 2 days?
Oh yeah, definitely. If it's a small item, I've even tended to just buy it from Amazon because I'm not trying to wait a month for the same thing from China.
Exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. Oh yay, my monitors are it's back to full quality, so I can see your screen in full quality
Awesome.
again. So I can take part. Guys.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Let's start with slick deals.
Slick deals.
Here's a good deal already. Power Rig H7.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat this. 2820 or 2890. Nice. And it's on Newegg. I'll post this in the chat. But yeah, it's usually $35. Doesn't really go below 30. But I'm gonna use this cooler once I'm done with my all-in-one liquid cooler. I know it.
I'm not frozen, Matt. I'm just standing really still, and I'm really
snaps.
good at it.
How did you freeze? Let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, I went in the wrong direction.
Okay, I think you're good now.
Just really. Oh man, yeah, the H7, man. Woo! And when you get it at the price of the 212, it's like,
Yeah.
even if it wasn't. But here's my question: what is the difference in performance between the M9 and the H7?
I forget how many degrees. It's definitely better, and the M9 is equal to the Hyper Evo. So
like, because I remember when I tested the T4, the issue was baseline, they're like exactly almost identical. But then once you started overclocking, for some reason the T4 just hard capped, like boom, it just would start to skyrocket in temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
And the 212 would stay very consistent. And I was like, it's got to be the heat pipes, I guess, because the fans, I think, aren't too different. But maybe the fan on the 212 Evo is actually a lot nicer. So maybe you could strap your own fan on it or something. But I don't know. What would you say if you were to overclock on both? Would they still have just a couple temperature, be a couple of degrees off?
I haven't really overclocked on the M9. I've put it in systems because it's quiet and cheap, but they weren't necessarily systems that overclocked. So I haven't done like a video where you keep all the variables the same and compare the two, just because like a lot of people have already done it. Apparently, I can't find it though. I've seen these charts though where they compare the two, but I'm trying to look for it now, but I can't. If I can find it, I'll link it. But it's been done before. Yeah, I can't find it at all.
So that leads to another question. Sorry, I'm trying to sidetrack too much.
It's all good.
When I first started building, I was told I had to get a 212, and it's because PCMR was like still like on the up and up, and everyone was like, you need a Hyper 212 because you're gonna want to overclock if you want to be real PCMR.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like a 3-core AMD processor.
Yeah.
So it already ran hot on stock cooler.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays the processors are getting so efficient, the stock coolers really do a good enough job, even sometimes when you overclock.
Yeah.
So why get an aftermarket cooler?
It really depends on the chip and how far it can overclock on stock.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I use the AMD Wraith cooler that comes with the Ryzen chips now, and I overclocked on those with the Ryzen 5. That's a nice cooler, and I got a pretty decent overclock. I forgot what it was, but and Intel, since not all their chips are overclockable, I've been using their stock coolers in a lot of builds to save money.
Right, especially if you're not overclocking. I was just really hoping you would say like, well, I guess aesthetics.
Oh, aesthetics.
Because you know people do buy it. Because
Depends.
that cryo cooler looks so nice.
It does look nice. It depends on the type of build. Like if I'm building something which a lot of the times I squeeze price performance, I take the stock cooler. But if it's for like let's say my own personal build, which let's just say I wasn't overclocking, I might stick it in there just for better acoustics and it looks nice because over the course of the next year or two, you know, that $10 difference kind of washes out.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sidetrack, people, but these are pro tips from the man himself.
They're not pro tips. These are just personal opinions, which are sometimes very wrong. Yeah.
Oh man.
Here's a pre-built. Man, all these companies now offering Ryzen in their systems. Pretty good combos sometimes. Like this one, M.2 256 gigabyte SSD with an 1700X, no graphics card.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, 580. I'm lying.
Graphics?
I'm lying. 580.
Oh, snap.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a crazy deal.
Oh man, I don't want to bring this up now from what we were just talking before the chat. Because that PC I was talking about earlier from CyberPower, it was $1,100. It only had an i5 8600K in it, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 120 gigabyte SSD, and RX 580. This one it comes in way cheaper, has a better... I guess you can't say this is better because the i5 Coffee Lake are supposed to be better for gaming, but it has better SSD. But I don't know. Just kind of by looking at the two, I think you can tell one's a better deal than the other.
It took me aside as soon as I realized what you said. I was laughing. Yeah, I mean, I would take the 1700X over an i5 any day. Yeah,
even if it is Coffee Lake, you know, like especially with the 580. I'm not sure if you're gonna realize. Here, let me. I'm gonna message it to you in Discord just because you haven't seen it yet.
Oh no!
But just no, I want you to see the comparison of the systems and prices.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
I'm sorry, chat. We haven't been. Ooh, JD got a 4K monitor. Awesome, bro. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Oh my! All right, I'm waiting for it to load. It's got to go through its Twitter redirects. I mean, Discord redirects.
Even without, because this one has a $200 rebate, but let's say it didn't have a rebate, then it'd be $1,000. But
is that RGB or is it just blue?
It's I don't know. We made a joke about this before. I think it was like Tech by Matt where we were looking at it and we were like, why is that blue?
I gotta say though that CyberPower PC knows how to make some good looking systems.
That one looked a little bit alien, but yeah, it has a bunch of RGB and I think it's tempered glass maybe.
Yeah, this one specifically looks weird, but the one that you were looking at, I kind of like the design.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Dell?
Oh no, this one was Dell. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
stepping up their game. What is that considered Alienware? Do they not even use that anymore?
No, I think Alienware still exists. I just don't follow it because Alienware. Yeah, yeah, they still make systems under that name with that alien head logo that's been there for years.
Yeah, this is the worst deal. Like overall, like I don't even care that it's got a stock cooler first of all.
But yeah, just. All the specs, I was like, how?
This is not a good deal.
I was like, okay. But it's from Amazon.
Oh, you know what? It's the RGB, man.
I mean, you can justify another $300 for tempered glass and RGB. But yeah, actually, I'm gonna post this because I think this is a good deal. Like you know how people sometimes say you should always build. But there are people out there who can benefit from just having a system shipped to them fully complete. And this one I could recommend for this price. Especially since I think a lot of places Dell won't have tax.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that, like you said, that it satisfies a couple of prerequisites, which is your parts are brand new.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't know what you're doing, you also get the support of the company who made it and a warranty for like the whole system instead of a warranty for individual parts.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is that when you buy especially well, because like we're always pushing used. There's a lot that comes with that, like your own troubleshooting, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, with the recent hardware things that are going on, sometimes these companies they don't like raise the price because one of the
Yeah.
components in the system all of a sudden it's exploded in price. They're like, we don't care, we only want to make X number of dollars off this PC. So
Our X580s have been coming down in price. 8 GB models might be 300 now. Yeah, 300, and they're available.
wow,
So, yeah,
it's crazy.
so it is coming down in price, which I think 300 is still too much to pay for this. If you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit more, you can get a 1070. Let's see.
That's crazy.
You need a Nerf gun, dude. This has a barrel. This has a barrel.
Oh, I've seen that. I've used that. That's like
The
one of the
pump
most
one?
satisfying Nerf guns.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's well, let me see. I think that one's fully automatic. Like you just literally you
What?
point it at someone, and that little circle thing actually like constantly reloads the chamber. It just.
But you need there. It has some pump action to it, right? It's not like
Oh, okay.
electronic pump.
That one's a little different than the one I used.
The one you used was fully electronic, where it actually cocks the gun for you.
Yeah, you're right though. That's not the same one.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be $20 if it was the electronic one. But, man, I never had Nerf guns as a kid. Did you?
Yes, but they were always like the knockoff like dollar store.
The one where you pull the back. It's just like
Yeah, exactly.
It
You
didn't
pull
have
back.
it didn't mimic a real gun. It had the little stem in the back that you pulled.
It very much looked fake, but
Uh-huh.
dude, some of those shoot really hard,
Oh,
and then some of them would just fall apart as soon as you pull the thing back. It would just break in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I guess we can discuss this. It's a little bit off topic, but it's interesting because did you have a lot of toys growing up?
Oh, that's a good question. I was the youngest of a ton of kids, so I did.
Okay. So no, but I'm just saying. I guess in your family was toys a prevalent thing? Because I know some families don't. Buy a lot of toys. They would rather like either focus on sports or electronics or stuff like that.
Yeah, we were definitely toys family.
Would you
Because
say-
electronics, when we were kids, electronics weren't super, super common.
Okay.
Like cell phones weren't a thing.
Oh no, but I guess gaming systems. One gaming system kind of
okay.
satisfies all of that and all your free
You're
time.
right. You are right. So, yes, we did have gaming systems. We're probably more of a gaming family
Okay.
in that sense, but we also had a ton of toys. So it wasn't like one or the other.
Okay.
We were spoiled. What about you?
For our family, my mom never really liked toys because I'm not sure if her thought process on this was really backed, but she thought toys were more prone to breaking or getting lost versus video games where it kind of just sits on the shelf, right? And she was the kind of strict mom that didn't let us bring it to school and trade with friends or anything like that, where you would get screwed over and get your game
really?
stolen. And she would write our names on it with a permanent marker because it used to be on cartridges with our name and date and address. So it's like, ain't no kid stealing this. But yeah,
That's smart, dude.
yeah, my mom actually didn't really buy us many toys. We got some, but very few because she believed that games were the better price to performance in terms of consuming our time thing. So
You heard it, guys. You heard it. Danny's mom is the original nerd on a budget.
No,
Mom on a
dude,
budget.
I was
She's
gonna-
Mob.
I was gonna make
Mom,
a
hashtag
video
mom.
called "Mom on a Budget" where I just hang out with my mom one day and just go do whatever she does when she goes out shopping. But
This is music to my ears, man. That's like the best thing ever. Well, the other thing too is from a parent's perspective, like screens are the easiest way to keep a kid entertained.
nowadays, yeah, all you need is like a tablet, not even a good one, just like a Amazon Fire tablet that you can get for $50.
Exactly. We don't use screens because our children are really young, but whenever we have like, hey, let's just put on some music or something, and then he'll just sit there and stare at it.
Hmm.
Like it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's cheating.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how you guys were raised. Like if there was a preference in the types of entertainment that your parents would give you. And then, I know some of my friends, they had no toys, no games. It was just like either physical activities or studying or stuff. So
Yep.
it's all around the
Yeah.
board.
And that's a whole other thing. And some of those people grow up to be like extremely hardworking and successful.
Yeah, I wish. If I didn't have video games in my life, I think I would be more focused and harder working.
You bring up a good point, though. The people who tend to be around technology when they're young end up being technology professionals at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Not always. This is just a generalized statement. And then the people who are more physical, like for some reason, they either end up in finance or working at Burger King.
When you say physical, are you talking about jocks? We're stereotyping here, obviously.
Jocks. So if you want to stereotype, guys,
Take
if
this
you're
with a
in
grain
high
of salt.
school, yeah, take this with a grain of salt. If you're in high school, all the cool kids that you see around you, other than the ones who are actually like productive and because cool kids nowadays is hard because sometimes they're nerds. So they're,
nerds are very cool these days.
Exactly. But the ones who aren't, the ones who are like just like a jock and that's all they do, like you're gonna see them one day at like a Burger King or so, or living with their parents when they're
There are like the couple percentage
my
that do make it to college football and like NFL, which we do have some from like my hometown. But that's not too common. That's
So don't feel bad if you're not popular in school. It just means you're gonna be successful when you're older.
Yeah. Also, that should be taken with a grain of salt because we're not guaranteeing that either. If you don't get those results, don't blame us or sue us, okay?
We're like half joking. We're like half joking.
Yeah.
So don't take it seriously. Like, who are the tech tubers that we know and love? None of those kids were cool in school.
Except Oz, because that guy can bench and squat 1,000,000 pounds, and he he played football, so
Oz is definitely an exception to the rule, and Scatterbolt too. Scatterbolt is
he's ripped.
I'm thinking more like Jay Barnacles, like Bitwit, maybe Paul. Paul seems like a book guy to me.
A book guy.
He's too quiet.
What does that mean? Oh, okay.
Like he reads a lot. Smart.
He's not eccentric either, like the other guys. Like they got that
eccentric
nerdiness. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very calm and chill.
Like Jay, you can definitely tell. Anyway, sorry guys.
But yeah.
Mom on a budget. Oh my, that was definitely Tech Bank who just took all of his time to make a new account. What up, Charles? Welcome, Charles. Yes, you are cool, Charles. That's why we didn't include you.
Charles,
on the list.
you're an athlete. Come on now, you're one of the cool kids.
I mean, but if you look at it, like our group of similarly positioned channels, I think we're an exception to some extent as well. Not in the nerdiness factor at all, or not being popular, but in terms of like well-roundedness.
Oh yeah, like we actually are able to socialize and, yeah, I'd say so. So, I don't know, like I haven't gone to a high school and like hung out with high schoolers these days. That'd be weird. That's why. But,
I was about to say.
I don't know what
have you contemplated?
I don't know what the norm is. Like the only thing I have is like, TV to base it off of. Which it seems like the nerdy and awkwardness is the cool thing now.
That's also what a nerdy and awkward person would do, is look at a TV to try to learn how people are. Or Google it.
I'm learning. No.
This is easier than... okay, do you know how you can tell if you're talking to an outgoing nerd?
How?
They're looking down at your shoes.
An outgoing nerd versus looking where? If they are not an outgoing nerd.
Looking down at their own shoes.
Oh!
Sorry, that was like...
Yeah, I was like... I wasn't sure if you were being serious or if you were joking. Gotcha.
No.
I was talking like if they're looking into your eyeballs.
Yeah. No, if they're looking down at your shoes.
That's a good one, actually. I haven't heard that.
Pity. The golf claps around. All around. Golf claps. Toasty Matt says that he's not using a computer anymore. He switched to a 360. Or at least that's what I read.
Ain't sure, but now I've done a 360, yeah.
He's done an Xbox 360 is what he's... Everyone... Matt uses Xbox now.
Yeah, typing descriptions must be very slow with the controller and on-screen keypad.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, man. Oh, the Seasonic deal. This is where I saw it. But it's already on Build the PC sales. I linked this on Twitter, but I know not everyone follows me on Twitter because I'm not the coolest guy. I bought this exact one to use in my friend's build. The really expensive build. And this is a really good power supply according to Johnny Guru and I think Tech Power Up or another one of those the guys who actually have the equipment to test it. $40 after rebate. Fully modular, black cable, so you don't have to deal with the ketchup and mustard or the mesh covering it. Yeah, look at that.
Get a shroud.
Sleek shrouds. No, but they don't cover this because this has to be exposed on the motherboard.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, remember that Photoshop competition we had?
The Photoshop, dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking extensions. Sorry. If you ever wanted to, like, go super ham and just, like, spend all the money that you could have spent on a regular power supply on some extensions, those things look so good.
Penn State extension. Okay. No, power supply. I can't be using acronyms. No, so that's what people told me to do when I did have that problem. And I couldn't find any under $10. Like, they're all at least $10. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that to add more cable cluster to the, the case and just to get some black. I think Plasti Dip for like $3 would have been the answer, but I still didn't do it.
Yeah, and Plasti Dip would last you multiple builds.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's true. Because you would have to get multiple extensions each build you did that had ketchup and mustard.
But can you imagine, like, you'd have to paint each individual thread or
oh,
like...
no, you can just tape it off and I think just overspray and you'll eventually get it all right.
But I feel like some of it would, like, dry together, get all goopy, and it would look awkward.
Maybe. Could be a video. I don't know, Lee. Seems like that seems up your alley. You've done painting stuff. I haven't.
Maybe I will. That's a good idea. No, but the fully modulars, I mean, do they do fully modular power supplies that have ketchup and mustard?
I don't think. Yeah, I think at this point, like, if they're gonna go through the hassle of separating it, I haven't. I don't believe I've seen that.
So what happens though when you switch to the 500 watt option? Because that's going to cover most people's builds anyway.
Oh yeah, I think it's more expensive without rebate.
Oh, okay.
It's just this was a good sale, that's why.
Yeah, that's sad though. It would have been awesome if the 520 was on sale too.
Yeah, no, that one actually rarely goes on sale, and if it does, it goes on sale for $35. And a lot of people recommend the 620 for an extra $5. I've seen this on Build a PC sales when it does.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense. Why not? Future proof, right? Hashtag future proof. If you decide you want an SLI 1080 Ti's, you're gonna need it. Okay, so
and just for lower operating, the whole efficiency curve. If you're using less power, less of the potential. I mean, but yeah. I'll link. Did I link that one? I think I might. Let me make sure I link stuff so that people can get to it. It's too much. Too many words. I'll do the Slick Deals link. There we go. That works.
You need some nobe.tech shortener, URL shortener.
.nobe URL shorteners. Can you just make that?
Would be
Can
sick.
anyone make URL shorteners? I don't know these things.
Anyone can make a shortener, yes, but in order to have the .domain, you have to be like a registrar. You have to be like a company that specializes in selling like .tech or like, yeah. You can do there's so many dots though. It's like my website did I mention this was a website? And it's like, why would you do that? Like, what would I just see there?
Which one?
Oh yeah, all those free fans. Like, there's just free fans popping out everywhere these days.
Yeah, especially like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's gonna be free cheap cooler deals all over.
And it's probably just because they're like, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna send out free fans. Half of the people are gonna forget that they have to do the rebate, or they do it incorrectly.
Yep, exactly.
And then they just make $10 like here and there for no reason.
And
without
liquid
minimal
coolers.
effort.
Fries though, man. They don't. Oh, interesting thing. I think we saw this on a previous deal, previous Windows Shop Weekly. You know that Google Express or Google, what's that new Google thing, where they will fulfill the delivery for you through a store.
Was that Express? Is that what you're?
I think
what
so.
You guys saw?
Yeah. So I kind of hate going to Fry's because it's so far away, and a lot of the times their great deals are sold out, but a lot of them are in store only. On the off chance that they do have deals available online, you can get them delivered through Google if it's part of the Google Express thing, which is, I think, relatively new. I haven't seen it that often.
Yeah. That's insane. I actually didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I just remember seeing it for a Fry's deal like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a new thing I need to watch out for. Do you have local Fry's? I forget.
No, I don't have Fry's or a
Micro Center.
Micro Center.
The one that matters more, Micro Center, yeah.
Sometimes there are mom and pop shops that, like, random computer shops around. Like, there's actually a computer shop around, but they're always like way high premiums because they don't have the benefit of having a franchise behind them. Let us know in the chat. I'm interested. How many of you have a Fry's or a Micro Center, and how many of you actually use it? Because I feel like unless you're like either building them or like making content, you go there like once every few years, maybe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like just when you need to upgrade your computer because you're not building tons of them.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have cared whether or not there's a Fry's or a Micro Center, and now that I actually am interested in doing it, it's like, man, why don't I have one of those?
Yeah. Yeah, Tech always goes to Micro Center. Tech always. He goes to Micro Center and gets some of the best deals I've seen. Like, I forgot, $100 $970 or something like that. Ridiculous.
I can imagine him playing stupid and just getting amazing deals. Like, oh really? Oh wow, nice.
Dude, look at this HP though. I actually saw this at Costco this weekend, and I was like, this looks awesome. Not just because it's green, it could be any color, but just like the whole, I don't know, it's very sleek. 615 for, yeah, these, I'd say these are pretty, let's see. I'm trying to do the math.
550.
Yeah, well, it's because it's $615. That's why it has a 550.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is like no rebate or anything either. This is like instant savings.
That's pretty nice.
See, you throw in a $300 to $400 graphics card, and you have a pretty good $1,000 system. Oh, there's no SSD though. That would be the only thing holding it back.
That's true. That'd be a good build though if you were wanting to help out someone who was doing content creation, like not for YouTube specifically, but if they're like, oh, I edit video or I do Photoshop and stuff, like that'd be a solid system.
Yeah, because if you look at these two parts alone, this is worth $400 in this bundle.
Right.
So it's like $250-ish. Well, if we're going new even without sales, this is worth more than that. But I'm just going off of like, assuming about $140 for the RAM and then like $260 for the 1700.
Right. Yeah. And what the funny thing is too, for those of you who are thinking about pricing is, I've actually talked about this a lot lately. Sometimes just because it's a good deal doesn't mean it's a good deal for you.
Yeah.
Because 1716 gigs of RAM seems nice, but man, I've been looking up tons of like benchmarking and stuff like that, and a lot of even video content creation stuff says like after so many cores, unless you're there's a Hardware Connects video on it recently too. He said unless you're like doing something like streaming on top of that, most of the cores aren't being utilized.
Yeah.
So unless you're like playing games while you're rendering.
Yeah,
do you really need it?
This would be assuming that you are playing games that utilize more cores and you're kind of matching the performance with a suitable graphics card.
Right.
Or you're doing other work doesn't consist of video creation or gaming. But
right.
I mean, it would be awesome if they kind of lowered this to like an R5. I'm not sure if I've seen pre-builds from Costco with that, but if they can knock off another $100-$150 due to that.
Have you ever bought something just because it was a good deal, not because you actually needed it? Other than the all the
Yes.
B150 motherboards you have.
uh, y- let's see. I used to be really bad about that before I had my YouTube channel, like in college and then a little bit after college. Like I have some of the dumbest stuff. Let me see if I can look around to find something that is encompassed in that, because I'm sure I have something.
Okay. That's
Um,
awesome.
you know, that fits in that category. Oh, here, this masking tape.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I can find my email. So this masking tape was on sale. It was on Slick Deals. I'm not sure if they were like liquidating or something, but I'm pretty sure these worked out to be. I have the order. 2014. Here we go. So it was 50 cents a roll of this stuff.
Oh wow.
So I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure.
bad at all.
Yeah, I bought 16 of them, and I still have a ton. I've been using them for the last apparently 3 to 4 years. But I use it all the time though, because I like mark stuff with it because it doesn't leave residue.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it like in my videos on my hard drives and stuff. And it
Yep.
works well for if you're painting stuff, gluing stuff, and you need to like mask things off. Okay, so it's not something I didn't need. I ended up needing it, but I only started using it recently. For the first year and a half, they sat in their boxes and didn't do anything. So, yeah.
$8 well spent.
Yeah. What about you though?
Yeah, man, all the time. Like, especially when it comes to like hardware or things that would normally be expensive. Like, for instance, you and I bought the SSDs off of Dell. And at that point in time, I'm like, I have an SSD. I don't really need one, but it was like $20, and it was just like, I would do it. But that kind of deal, you can't really pass that up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that recently. How many did you end up getting?
I only bought 2.
Okay.
I should have bought more though.
Yeah.
Now that looking back, whew.
Well, you might have, if you did that, your order could have gotten canceled. So it's, we never know.
True, very true.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about the once in a lifetime deal right here. What? 18 plus? What is this?
What kind of processor is this?
Yeah, so this is look at this.
They marked it not safe for work.
1,200 upvotes. A lot of the deals for some reason get marked like that. But yeah, me and Lee got in on some of these hard drives. $20 for 250 gigabyte SSDs, and at that time they were going for like 60 or 70. So
yeah, they were only
discount.
$70.
Yeah, because they're even more expensive now.
Yeah, they're like $90 now new.
Yeah.
The same exact ones.
Yep. So, I mean, this has got to be like the biggest like price mistake and best deal I've seen in the last couple of years. We're a part of it, Lee.
What if I know, man? That's like we were part of history. What if the person who posted up that masking tape was like, "Dang it! It was supposed to be $1.50."
Oh yeah. Well, I just looked it up. So I got them for 50 cents per roll. Right now, I think they're going for about. So here's the exact item. It's different now. 6 rolls, so about half price. I think I got too excited when I saw the low price, because this stuff is cheap anyways.
Oh, it's just masking tape. Well, the funny thing though is I've noticed your masking tape because I have the same exact stuff.
Really? Do you have the same design too?
Let me see if I can find it. It's
No
like
way.
It's green and white, like kind of.
With the diamond design?
Let me see if hold on. Let me see
Oh, you gotta find it, man. Here, I'll link this to you guys. For those who want to see the deal. $64 gigabyte SSD for $5 from Hardware Swap. That is an awesome deal. I would pay like 10. Well, how much would I pay for that? I'd probably pay up to $20 for that, just because it makes the experience so much better on a low cost system. Like, you just put your OS on there. You don't need to put any games or anything, just the OS, maybe Chrome. But yeah. Okay, did you find it, Lee?
Unfortunately, I can't find it.
Don't worry, because I found another roll for you. This is brand new, too.
Yes!
Now, I realized I've only gone through, like, 2 of the rolls. So, yeah. Was it a deal, or did you get it, like, at the store? Or, like, was it an online deal?
No, I probably paid like $3 for that thing. I'm the type of person who, if I would have known about price checking, probably still wouldn't have done it, because I would just go to Walmart and grab the cheapest one I find.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if you need it at that moment, right? Like, were you about to paint the house in the next hour? Or was it just like you were saying, oh, I don't need this, but it's so cheap, I'm just going to buy it and eventually use it?
Well, you know, it's the first one where it's like, oh, I need something. What is it? I'll just grab the cheapest one.
Yeah.
But I actually had that. The discussion always comes up, always, like, in one way or another, the discussion of, do you buy the cheap one, even though it might cost you more time?
Yeah.
Or do you just get the one that's a decent price and just get it quickly? Because someone was mentioning to me today, like, we were talking about how sometimes we'll buy something just because it's cheap, and then it takes us like 3 days just to get it working because it's cheap or free.
Yeah, troubleshooting and setup and stuff like that.
Yeah, on top of like the searching, so you can search for forever for it.
Yep.
And yeah, the perfect example is Gladiator. Like, it took me forever to build that thing, and then when I finally did, I was troubleshooting for like a couple days, and it was just like, when I put together a system that was just like a regular i3 with a motherboard, it was so nice. It's just like everything just works.
Yeah. Yeah, the older stuff, especially like sometimes getting the OS doesn't work, stuff like that.
Let us know in chat. Which one do you pick? Fast and a little more expensive, or cheap and I don't care at what cost? The irony, right? The irony in the wording. The Vega 56.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Man, we didn't go to EVJ V stock, man.
Where's the Evga B stock?
We're dropping the ball. Okay. What do we got? We already know what deals we're gonna go to. We're gonna look at the 1050 Ti, the 600 watt power supply, and maybe some high end cards. 600 watt, bam, $20, guys. Get this.
It's literally the same price as the 400 watt that's directly above it.
And cheaper than the 450 watt.
Oh my gosh. Well, the one's bronze, the other one's white label.
That's true.
Midweek madness.
Oh yeah, did I link B stock here? Boom.
Hey, but if you think about it, yes, it's not bronze, which a lot of the $12 to $20 deals on Black Friday are bronze rated. Like, being able to buy a B stock 400 watt at any point in time for $20, oh, it would have to have free shipping.
Yeah, I forget if this one does. It doesn't say so I would assume not. But where's those 1050 Ti's? Oops. Because I know
Maybe sold out for once.
A lot of people are able. Boom. Oh, 120. Is this free shipping? If it's not, I'd still say it's a pretty good deal.
Oh.
Let me go to checkout and see what's up. Let me see what's up. Oh, I don't want to log in. Never mind.
Oh, no. No, continue as guest.
Let me, Can I click on this?
Hey, wait, the 600 watt does not say free shipping for me.
Yeah, so there.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one you were. So were you just checking the 1050 Ti? You haven't checked
the 600 watt doesn't say free shipping too, so you might have to pay a little bit more.
Well, if you buy them both at the same time, I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you needed both of them, I'm sure the shipping cost will only be slightly more than however much the power supply would cost, because that's the bigger, heavier item.
Oh man. I mean, come on, EVGA. You're a company this big, and you have to charge like $20 to $30 on ground shipping for stuff. I don't get that. It would have cost $35 to get ground shipped, and we're not talking like 2 days. We're talking 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
Still love you, EVGA, though. I mean, like, that's never gonna change, but still.
Yeah, and they have 1080s for not that one. That's 1080 Ti. They have it for under $500 right here.
What would be really cool is if we could say, actually get anything on the B stock list using code Windows Shop Weekly
Yeah.
for free shipping. Oh, that would be so nice.
Let's send EVJ an email.
Let's send them.
We gotta build up enough, enough episodes where we look at this and we're like, hey, look at these timestamps here. Like, we've been talking about this for days. Can we get on your payroll?
That is true. And they'll be like, sorry, I'm pretty sure you called it Evga a couple times, so you're completely disqualified.
I'd be like, Lee, why you joke around so much?
Oh, man. I have to. The dad jokes, they're real.
That's true. Oh, there was that deal today that's gone right here. $100, $7,700. Total price mistake. I'll link it so you guys can, I don't know, weep that you missed the attempt to get a price. I'm curious if they'll send out any at the wrong price.
Wow.
You saw this though?
Yeah, I saw the Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm.
The discussion that was going on Twitter. I would not want to be that guy.
The guy who put this price in by mistake that works at my price?
How many of those 695 were after that pricing mistake is my question.
Good. We can see, I think. November 1st. All right.
Oh,
they only sold the last 100, which occurred within 12:30 to... So, in an hour and a half, 100 sold.
People buying multiple. Wow.
Oh, yeah, 3. Look at these greedy people, man.
Come on, Danny.
Yeah, I know, right? After I told everyone I just bought those Western Digitals. But...
did you tell them how many you bought?
I bought 5.
Oh,
but...
This guy.
I didn't resell any for profit. I either used them or gave them away. So that's
good guy Danny.
No, that's not good guy Danny. That's like, expected human being Danny. Like,
that's very nice.
I think that's pretty expected. It does. I don't think that makes me any nicer.
So, but what if though someone took something from a giveaway and sold it?
Oh, that's true. Are you referring to anyone?
I don't know, man. Anyone? I don't know. If anyone's here, raise your hand. No, I was demonstrating. I wasn't raising my hand.
Oh, okay.
For any of you who don't know, I won something from Tech Deals, the man himself, and he told me, he gave me his blessing to sell it in order to buy my camera. So I did, and I also did so before he gave me his blessing. Actually, no. I think I did wait till after he said that. But I wasn't, like, specifically waiting for him to say that. So, I don't know. I think if you get something because you're clever about it, I think it's really hard to say whether or not that's, like, ethical, too.
Yeah.
But it shows a lot about character if you're willing to, do that. It shows a lot about your character. So, it's not a bad thing, that's for sure.
Charles from Tech always brought up a good... I didn't realize all of these were on sale because I was just basing off Build PC sales.
What?
And people didn't post everything, but everything has a pretty decent sale. I mainly look at the H7 and M9s, which are 27% off at $19. Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I would recommend these if you need a cooler. And we talked about this at the beginning of the stream. You don't need these if your stock cooler is fine, but if you want it to look better or if you want it a little bit quieter, run a little cooler, you can grab these.
You couldn't always say that, though, because back in the day, I just remember stock coolers not being as good back in the day, especially if you were running AMD, which I always ran AMD because I didn't know any better.
Those things were so loud. I've made a joke about them, I think, twice in videos, where it's just like, what is this thing? Screeching at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, usually, fans didn't bother me, but, when you have a bad AMD cooler, those fans are so loud. Even if you, I'll put my headphones on, you will still hear it.
Those are the only fans I have noise problems with. I don't know if people typically have problems with Intel fans, but, Intel fans I'm completely fine with. But AMD coolers...
You heard it first. Danny is totally fine if you're a fan of Intel. He did it.
I think you switched my words around.
And he said he's only had problems with people who are fans of AMD.
But
Oh man. It's kind of funny though how Intel fans look like they're weird and circular, and like they're not like just a square fan.
Yeah. I'm not sure why
like,
they did that, because then they end up putting a bracket that goes onto square mounting holes.
Probably because you couldn't just slap your own. I mean, you could. You can remove that plastic part and then slap your own square fan on top.
Yeah.
That'd be a good video too.
Zip tie it, yeah. Wink, wink, in the works, maybe. Wink. What else is there?
750 watt fully modular. Yeah.
It's RGB though.
What? You're kidding.
It is. It's got that ring inside. You see that ring? Okay, at what point do we stop with the RGB?
At what point do we shut up and take my money?
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot of Gamers Nexus, and RGB increases your frames by 20% at the least.
Whoa.
And it only has to be a 430 watt power supply.
Whoa.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think that's where I draw the line.
Power supply?
Power supply. RAM?
You didn't like my...
RAM, I admit, looks cool.
It looks so cool. Well,
Cooler
it's gotta be something you see. Plus, nowadays, like, so many cases have a shroud, you'd never see your power supply anyway.
Yeah.
But think of how cool it would make the other side of your Entities case look.
Oh, that looks like garbage anyways because of cable management. So...
It'd be like, those are the most beautiful spaghetti cables I've seen because they're lit by RGB.
Yeah. Because, yeah, this side does face outwards into the glass. Or this side right here. Yeah, that would look pretty cool. Oh, this is Micro Center? Boo.
Boo.
But this is a really good deal. 4 terabytes for 80 bucks.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's about... It goes... I mean, you have the whole percentage thing, right? Mm-hmm. Where... If you have that, it'd be 40 bucks for two terabytes. If you wanted to buy two 2 terabytes, where usually they're 45, but then that's like an eighth of the total price.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. If you want to get into math. So it's a decent discount technically, but yeah, you can usually find data center pools for about that, but that's brand new, right?
Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't see if this was brand new or not. Power efficient specs. Are these new? In-store Toshiba. What do the comments say?
Clear out sale.
It looks new.
Yeah, that's a good price. Like, you used to have to pay like 120 bucks for 1 terabyte, and this was only like... Well, it was actually...
That was a while ago. Yeah, we are getting old.
We're getting old.
Yeah.
I remember when you'd have to buy a 256 megabyte USB drive for $50. You know what'd be really cool is if floppy drives made a comeback. Like if they were like the new SSD or something.
Oh man.
And 3 1/4 inch.
Well,
bays where like they came back in style or something.
I was about to say like it'd be cool if there was something like a floppy drive, but instead it was like an SSD and you just kind of like slip it. It's just that you know that click when it slips in and that pop when it pops out. That was like really cool, that feeling. But then I'm like, wait, we have USB thumb drives that, you know, go in quieter and are smaller and all that good stuff.
Well, that's what I was going to say, though. Like, if you look at the way that trends are moving, things were going smaller, and then they started going bigger. So, like, if we can fit that much in a small drive, why not just get a slightly larger disk and then have a lot bigger? But then, like, I guess cost would still be a ton, especially with flash memory.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess there's no winning there. But still, bring back the floppy disk.
I don't have any floppy disks, I don't think. Like, any of my old ones. I said, screw it, we got USB thumb drives. These are out. Threw them all away. Opened them up, you know, and, like, took them apart. You ever do that?
Oh, yeah. Play with, like, you realize, like, oh, this is, like, a really thin piece of, like, plastic stuff.
Yeah. With that little, what's it called, that metal circle and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So fun.
Oh, here it is.
What's it? Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I have this keyboard. I actually used it on my test bench. Give me 1 second. Link, darn you.
It's not RGB, though. It's not even a real keyboard.
We'll go into the comments section to link this. Dun, 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 it's right here.
It's not even backlit, Danny.
I know, but it's $20 without rebate.
Are they cherry blues?
No, they are Altimu. What were these? Altimu or what's the other popular, really cheap one? It's not kale. I don't think.
Something with a Q, right? Kodamu, cut it or could.
No,
something like that.
Yeah, they're generics, but they are clickier than cherries, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Sorry, I just realized I was clicking that into the mic really loudly. But
it wasn't that bad.
I mean, in the video, I poured water all over this, like while I was typing, and then it still works fine to this day. The text on the keys, yes, I do notice the text on the keys fading. They're still there, but a little bit lighter. But for $20, I don't know. I don't know if I can expect that much better, like double shot keys and stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, I do see a ton of like backlit RGB or like even sometimes full RGB for like $20-$30 range on Amazon
ones,
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rainbow ones especially.
Yeah.
I would take some backlighting over no backlighting,
but
even without, because the waterproof. I mean,
yeah, waterproof. Nobody really needs that, except for that one time. But then you're like, dang it, I should have got the insurance. No. Yeah, you're right. Actually, $20 multi-fixed rainbow keyboards have been pretty common.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about the typing. There we go. I have to clear the air here. Kale switches.
Kale? What about him?
I was thinking of the other ones that I was thinking of.
Kale, Altimu, Gateron. Like,
yep.
People say it all the different ways. Zorro. Yeah, tons of generics. Yeah, and then, so AJ asks, like, you know, what would it cost to replace them? These have the same profiles as, like, cherry stems, because they're, like, the generic knockoffs. But there aren't really many places that sell cheap keycap sets. You're going to be spending, like, $30-$40 on keycap sets, which is more than the keyboards sell. So, replacing keycaps is kind of, like, I would say it's more of a niche thing, where, like, only people who are really into their keyboards and stuff like that do that to customize it. It's not that common and easy to find.
Wouldn't there be the option of buying it from China and waiting like 2 months?
Let me see. Let's see.
I'd be interested because that would be a significant, like, hey, I'm saving $30 by just waiting a little bit longer.
The best place to check would be eBay, but $20. What's the lowest price? Keycap Polar. Yeah, it looks like $20 is no, just 4 keys. Yeah, so it looks like if you want a full set, and I don't know about the quality of these, but it would be about $20 or more, which is more than the keyboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is the funny thing, right? Like, you're only gonna do it. It's like buying like certain types of like all-in-one coolers and like, or like a custom water cooling loop. You're not gonna throw like a custom water block on like a 480.
Yeah.
Because then your water block is gonna cost more than half the price of your graphics card.
Yeah. So
the people who are gonna do it are gonna do it on a really expensive keyboard, probably.
Yeah. Or they're just that into it that, you know, they have a whole bunch of key sets lying around and they can like, oh yeah, I can throw this on here. But I don't know if they would be buying cheap keyboards unless they just kind of like playing with them like I do. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. It's a good distinction to make.
Let's see. I think that was about it for these deals, though. Let's go to Twitter real quick, and then maybe we can hop on PUBG. Whoa! Here we go. Logitech keyboard. I'm pretty sure these would have cherries. Are they cherries? Romer G's. Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, Logitech and the Romer G's. But this is normally 80 down to 20 staples.
Hey.
No 10 key. I don't know if it's RGB or if it's fixed colors.
1 hour.
Oh, been out of sale. Yeah, good point.
Ah.
Wait, is it out of sale? I see it right here.
Price match that bad boy.
You could. If Best Buy, Target, Walmart, maybe. Let's see, add to cart.
I
No, it's out of stock. They should put it on this page.
Really just take a screenshot of that and just bring it in.
Yeah,
Like, hey.
you can, or pull it up on your phone, like at Best Buy. I've done that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. What's the process like though? Because I've seen people do price matching. Feels like it takes them forever to process it. Like
no, if you like at Best Buy, if you get, you know, you go to the customer service counter, they will pull up the same product on Best Buy and put the order in for you, and you just pay there, and it'll like you come pick it up or get it shipped to you.
Okay. I guess I don't know. Like I guess I just imagine they had like their protocol that they're like, all right, well I'm gonna do this. I have to do this, and this, and they're just like sitting at the register for a while.
The couple of times I've price matched at Best Buy, it has not been that bad. But I can imagine if it's someone who's new, because it probably is a more complicated process than just a sale. They were like, oh, I gotta get my manager because I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's true.
So it's, you know, it's a mixed bag probably.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tweet us. We always forget to mention this. Now we're mentioning it at the very end.
Yeah.
But if you have any...
We got a couple. This belongs to Salazar. Oh, is he selling? Is this Salazar Studios? Or did he get it from him and now he's selling it?
Ooh.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got one deal, and it's the Samsung laptop. I have no... There's, like, no information.
Oh, it's a tab.
Oh, it's a... Oh. I didn't even read that.
Dang, a tablet with 3 gigs of RAM?
$500? Ooh.
Go.
Wait up.
Go.
$500? 32 gig internal storage?
Even if it's worth that, it's like, I would never pay that much.
$500? Yeah, ooh.
Build a Ryzen system.
Whoa, how much is this even worth, though? I'm totally not in the tablet market or game at all. Yeah, what?
What?
Wait up, 32 gigabyte?
Someone went to Walmart and was like, oh, this Walmart pricing is probably what it costs. Oh, wow.
What's
interesting. It says 500 for Best Buy.
Yeah, but I don't know the S3 versus the Pro. I'm definitely not well-versed to speak on this.
I guess iPads do cost a lot of money.
They do.
iPads. I've never even considered buying one. Like, not even remotely considered buying an iPad.
I have, because I bought one for my girlfriend. Because she wants it to be synced with her phone and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll crack.
That's one thing Apple did before anyone else, which was a completely private network of all of your devices that share. I mean, like, you could do that, but it wasn't user-friendly. Like, Apple's always been like, here, we'll do all the hard work for you and just package it up. And now Google's starting to do that as well.
Yeah, friendly to moms and grandmas and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You just give it to them and they can use it and work it.
But I respect Apple. Their products sell so fast.
Yeah.
When I have used Apple stuff, I've never had a problem selling it. Even broken.
Yeah. I have to admit, people with iPhones usually don't complain about freezing and all those, you know, or the programs crashing out as much from what I've seen. Or they're just keeping it a secret because they want us to feel bad about our Android phones.
No, it's just that they buy their phones so fast that they don't get to experience when Apple decides to hit the delete button on their phone. I've had 3 iPhones, and the last one I sold, but I've had 4, and the first 2, all of a sudden after downloading a update would just brick.
Oh.
Or some major functionality, like the first one, the Wi-Fi just completely died. And when I asked Apple, they were like, just buy a new phone.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Oh my gosh. I was like, are you serious? So I've been salty about that for forever. And there's already been studies done that right before a major Apple release, the amount of searches for my iPhone started acting weird after an update skyrocket.
So you think they build that in?
Oh yeah. It's called planned obsolescence.
There you go.
Planned obsolescence. It's kind of like the idea that a mechanic is only going to fix your car enough so that you'll have to go back to him in a certain period of time. It's like, I'll just give you just enough what you need so that you'll have to come back for more. So for Apple, it'd be like, we'll let you use your phone for like 3 or 4 years, and then we'll just make it so slow that you have to buy a new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyways.
Let me.
Tinfoil hat. I'm taking my tinfoil hat off. But
Hey, not Lee's here.
not Lee. Everyone in this chat is not Lee, unless her name is actually Lee.
That's true.
I'm stuck in the
iMessage is
ecosystem.
godly.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's really nice. iMessage single-handedly caused me to switch from a Windows laptop to a Mac laptop.
What?
Yeah,
You need to talk on iMessage. That, like, it's that urgent.
it's just the functionality being super nice the way it was. Like,
Hmm.
so let me be clear though. I didn't like sell my laptop and buy a Mac,
Yeah.
but I had both and I never touched the Mac. And then I started using the Mac
Okay.
because of that.
Hmm.
And it just works. And the charging is like super nice on them too. Like they always have a decent battery except for the phones. I'm talking laptops though, so.
So I used to have an iPhone, and I do know that iMessage is amazing. Back then, like, Android couldn't even compare, because you would try to get Google Hangouts or whatever that was, or Google Chat, and it just didn't work. Now,
Yeah.
you remember when Facebook Messenger was first pushed? I think it was a couple of years ago, because I've been using it for a while. Everyone was like, no, I don't want to use this. Just let me use my Facebook app. But it's gotten to the point where I use Facebook Messenger probably as much as I do normal text messages. So that is my, like, iMessage, because it works really well for people who have, any type of phone. I still have a friend that has a Windows phone, so yeah, we're all on iMessage, or not iMessage, Facebook Messenger. So I have never had a need to have iMessage, but I do see where it is valuable.
Right.
Though I think it's becoming less valuable, because you know that whole Google push for the Google Duo, which is the new one-touch FaceTime app now. Like, I think Google is actually working better towards trying to integrate everything into one in terms of, like, chatting and messaging. So hopefully they can do, because that's available to everyone, whether you're Apple or not. So.
But the funny thing is that Google actually encouraged people to stop using Hangouts and to start using Messenger as the main app.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Android.
when that happened. Yeah. Well,
so it's kind of like, maybe that's because they knew that they were creating Duo and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's Messenger. It's not on my phone, so I'm not sure. I do have Hangouts still, but I don't use it.
The other thing too is that iMessage comes integrated with the Mac OS, whereas like,
yeah,
if you wanted to have the same native experience, you'd have to install like an iMessage app or something on your computer. Or not iMessage, like either Hangouts or
that's true.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, and that goes back to what you're saying. How much are you willing to pay to have it kind of pre-installed and ready to go versus having to spend some time setting up? Which it really depends on the type of person you are, which me and you are really cheap, and we're willing to spend like 10 minutes to, set it up.
Yeah, exactly. And plus you learn from it.
Yeah. Oh. What is he asking? Why do you think new Intel product stacks? Man, Ziff Plays is getting very... He got
heated.
Angry on this one. Dear God, move on.
He's heated. I wonder if that's the same
guy. Intel product stacks impact on the used market, guys. Y'all depend on this stuff, and so do we. How will it? I don't think it's affecting. When I think used market, I don't think of Skylake or KB Lake, even though those, Skylake's becoming 2 generations old now. I'm still thinking Ivy Bridge, Sandy Bridge, stuff like that, Haswell, and those haven't really been affected. Like, those prices have been the same ever since the last 2 releases of the 7000 and 8000 series chips. I've been watching the market, and those are still playing good for 1080p gaming and what most people use them for. So I don't think those coming out really are affecting them, and I think they're still pretty expensive, and I haven't really been looking at them.
Yeah, agreed. They're annoyingly expensive. It's like, why does this still cost this much? Like, if you tried to buy an AMD equivalent processor from the same time, like, the older ones.
Yeah.
They're so cheap, like $20 even, like, for the processor. And with a motherboard that's also cheap, but for some reason, like, the motherboards and CPUs for even Haswell, and it's like, why are these so expensive? Like, any used i7 all the way up from Sandy Bridge up is like 150 to like 200, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I haven't checked 2600K in a while on eBay, but
man, that $40 2400 is like the sweet spot. Or
it's just
$30 2100 ish threads also are pretty good. Those still perform really well in gaming because they have 4 threads.
Oh, so the Sandy Bridge i3s have 4 threads?
Yeah, 2 core 4 threads.
Oh, that's
Like,
nice.
no, that is like really nice because a lot of those cheaper, pre-built office systems have those when you can't find them with the i5s, and I've used them and they get really good performance in those CPU taxing games.
But even if you wanted to like get a 4560 and a B150 motherboard, or even an H150 motherboard, or sorry, not H150, and you know what I mean. That combo is relatively like not. It's not really. I can't speak
It's
right
about
now.
100. No, not 100. Like $130 for the combo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not bad.
$70 for the processor, and then like $60 for their motherboards because Intel motherboards are. I don't know why they don't go as cheap as AMD.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the other day I saw the processor for 55 and the motherboard for like, and they were both on sale, so the total price was under $100, and I was like, no way, this is cool. I recommended it to my friend who was
Wait, which processor?
doing the Pentium.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One second.
So, Lee and I we wanted to play PUBG tonight, but I don't think I can because we only meant to stream for an hour and then have 30 minutes for gameplay. But we're going on an hour and 30 minutes of just stream, so here he is. I'll tell him. Hey Lee, I don't think I'll be able to play PUBG tonight because it's already 7 p.m. my time, and that was when we were supposed to be done playing PUBG.
Oh snap!
So yeah, sorry about that. I know, right? But I think this was a good stream. We found a couple of deals, and I think we had some pretty good conversations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Got some heated responses.
Yeah. I actually, I was not that good about keeping up with chat, so I apologize for that. So if you do, okay, here it is. We have 8 minutes left. We're only gonna focus on chat. How about that?
Let's do it.
Because like we've gone through the deals, we've gone through the Twitter and Craigslist. Let's look at if you guys have any questions that you were asking throughout the stream and we were unattentive, please feel free to ask them now.
Yeah, we apologize. We're tired.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man,
I can't even speak. Like my mouth feels dry. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I ran out of water, so like my lips have been sticking together to my teeth and stuff. Oh, that sounds gross. I'm sorry. TMI.
You need to get that petroleum jelly back on.
Oh yeah, where is it? Where is it? Oh. You guys can see live application. I don't think there's ever been any live application in any videos.
We need to mark this video. This video is going to get marked for review.
Toasty Bros, notice me, senpai. Oh, wait.
Come out of here. Toasty Bros.
I'm the type of person that puts way too much on sometimes. Like, how do you do your chapstick? Now we're getting to chapstick talk because we're not getting any questions.
Not gonna lie, like I practically never use chapstick.
Really? You just have soft lips?
They get dry only when the temperature changes is pretty extreme.
Man, lucky.
Yeah. Florida's pretty humid.
Mm.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it. And I drink a ton of water.
Yeah. I tried drinking I think I just have naturally dry skin and lips. Like, that's like the running joke in my friend group and family. They're like, why are you so ashy? So
why are you so ashy?
Yeah.
You need that cocoa butter lotion, man.
What are you saying about my skin?
I used to have to do the lotion too because I just gave up though.
It's very annoying because then you wash your hands, like you lotion up and then you wash your hands and it washes off.
Yep, and then you're dry again. Your knuckle cracks.
Yep.
Toasty Bros. I picked up one for 92. Oh, a lot of people are asking random questions like, when is RAM price going to go down?
We don't know. I'll talk about that in this upcoming video.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it's going to be barely mentioned. It's a portion of it. But Black Fridays, we're probably going to see some sales, which is going to... I don't think it's going to go under 60. It's currently sitting at 70. I take that back. It might go to 55. That's my prediction.
Oh, I was just about to ask you a prediction. So you're saying 55.
I don't think it'll go under 55 for 8 gigabytes of DDR4. Like, readily available. I'm not talking about, like, Doorbuster, 4 of them in stock at Micro Center. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Newegg. Everyone can get a piece if they want.
I love the words. I love the words you used.
Yeah.
Everyone can get a piece of that. Well, the set 2600K bottleneck at GTX 1070. That's a good question.
Depends on the game.
Yeah.
And I think there will be games where it will hit 100% utilization, but I think there are games where it will still hit that with like Skylake and Kaby Lake and Coffee Lake too.
Right.
It's very situational.
That's a very good question though, because like it's Sandy Bridge, so it's like obviously Sandy Bridge still holds its own, but what happens when you decide like, hey, I want a really high resolution,
Yeah.
or like 1440p? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, you would have like it's hard for us to answer because we're not the big channels that have everything on hand to be able to do the test.
Right.
I actually have only used one 2600K, and at the time I built a system using it with a 970, and we were running 1080p benchmarks. So, and that system's
Right.
gone now. I don't have it in hand anymore, so it's hard to answer that. But I will say I know it'll run fine in terms of like you'll play games without worrying that you wasted money.
Eber from Hardware Connects did do a video recently on an i6 2600K or i7 2600K, and so that's a good example. I think he uses a 1070 as well, or maybe a 1080. I'm not sure, but you can check that out. Will RAM prices ever go down? I mean, yeah, probably. Eventually.
Ever in the history of time, eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ziff Plays asks, what is your favorite used CPU and GPU components? You go first, Lee.
Ooh, that's a tough question. I was only in the game for a while, so like a lot of my perception of hardware that was cool is like super outdated now. But if I had to go with anything, I mean, for price to performance, I'm definitely going with 2400, i5 2400. And then for a GPU, I would probably aim for like, I want to say something cool like R9, but it's like, I don't know. I would just say go for like a 770 or something, 760, 770. Anyways, go for it.
I would agree with that. The i5 2400, i3. There's multiple variations of that one, like 2130,
right.
I think. Then on AMD side, I've found good deals on the FX series chips. Because people are trying to get rid of them when they go to Ryzen. So you can get whole combos, and it uses DDR3, which is cheap, for like 60, 70 bucks sometimes. And at that price, like, you can't complain that, it's a really dated system with no upgrade path and things like that. You're not buying it to future-proof you. You're buying it so you can game right now. And then, graphics card-wise...
you have more experience with the AMD lineup on when it comes to used graphics, so I'm wondering what you would pick. Like AMD or NVIDIA?
Oh.
Fine wine?
Fine wine, yeah. I think AMD still has the price to performance. They're just, I don't know why they're cheaper, even in the old stuff. Like the 270Xs, 7870s, 7950s, when they were the HD brand before they went to the R9 200 series. Yeah, those have been cheaper than like the equivalent NVIDIA's, which were like the 770s, 760s, 960s, things like that. Those have always been more pricey. So, yeah, I would stick to AMD like R9 200 series cards as my favorite.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I had an R7 260X. That card was like rip off.
That's two levels below what I would recommend in the 200 series. I hesitate to recommend the 270.
It's like 750 Ti performance for like $100, and this was like last year. Like,
is it 750 Ti? I thought it was a little bit less. I thought the 270 was like 750 Ti, but the charts are getting so big now that it's hard to remember the exact placement.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the 7950 though, surprisingly high up there. Like, and those cards go for pretty cheap. If you like, some people though, they'll like remember how much they spent on the card and they'll post it. Like used deals will post it for what they think it's worth, and it's like
Yeah,
But I've been seeing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead first.
I was just gonna say I've been seeing 760s and 770s selling for like $50-$60, even in my area. So. Which
you would have picked up had you not, actually wanted like a. Your next graphics card, you want it to be a little bit higher end, right? Even though it might not have as good of price to performance.
Yeah, because I've never, I've never went ahead and got one that was like super decent. I've always gone for the cheap option. So this time I was like, you know what? Step it up a notch.
Yeah. So I'm taking I'm looking at. So I bought the 7950 brand new. This was back in 2012. I'm looking at her invoice right now. It was $300. And I think the only higher card at that point was the 7970. But it also came with a 4-in-1 game coupon that was worth 170 apparently. So
what?
But
That's
yeah,
insane.
but that going back to what you said, people remember that they paid $300 near release, and they don't want to sell it for 80, which is about what it's worth now.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's crazy too is how quickly like the graphics cards are getting better and more efficient, because you see the new card and then like within a year it's being replaced by something that's somehow more powerful. And you're like, whoa.
yeah. I think my first experience with that was I had the GTX 280, which was my first big graphics card, which is, equivalent to the 1080 of its time. And then I didn't realize 2 years had passed, and then my friend got like a this is on NVIDIA's 460, 470, not AMD's. And it was like the same, the same performance. I was like, wait, what? How's your card so much better? And it's only mid-tier, because mine was generations old at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. 1080s in like 5 years are gonna be kind of not good.
I can't even imagine. Who knows if we'll even be using like monitors and keyboards and desktops by then?
It's gonna be in our heads.
It'll just
implanted.
It'll just be a fidget spinner sized computer.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing with actually. I didn't buy this, by the way. This was given away for free at my girlfriend's work event, recruiting event. So it does spin very nicely.
You can tell they're trying to attract millennials, but
yeah.
Come work here. We have free fidget spinners.
I
almost like make me not want to work somewhere.
Oh, that gave that away. Yeah.
Yeah, just
their morals and ethics. It's like trying to take or trap kids with candy.
Oh man, 80 plus is fine. 80 plus is fine, guys. At some point, like, because I feel like some people might get the impression that the rating also means how long it'll last.
Or quality, yeah, that's not the case.
Right. Like, obviously, yes, if you have a much higher rating, you're paying so much that it better be good quality.
Yeah.
But in reality, like, most of us built with back in the day, non-rated power supplies were, like, really cheap and more common.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first built, like, a bronze-rated power supply, I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
I'm trying to think. I've not heard of any, like, really high-rated, like, gold or platinum or something, power supply that just has bad ratings. Like, like you just said, if a company's going to invest that much time to get that rating, they're going to make it a good power supply so that Johnny Guru or whoever doesn't tear them apart and they don't sell it. So
Right. I mean, I have seen Johnny Guru call out a company, like, what was it, Superflower or something?
Mm-hmm.
Where they had a gold rated power supply, and he said, look, in reality, yeah, it's gonna work fine because it's gold rated and because whatever, but he did call out some of the construction quality of some of the components of the power supply.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you look at his final score, it's not going to be low, right? It's still going to be like maybe in the 8s or something, 8, 9.
Well, actually, I think I'm trying to remember. I think I was looking up a specific, because he has his tiers.
Yeah.
And some of the company tiers, it's like they sell certain. So I don't know if you consider that price to performance at that point, because of the potential longevity depending on or like, I don't know, like, who really cares?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm like, if it's a power supply that's known to be reliable and it's cheap, I would go for it.
EVGA, Corsair,
Seasonic, except that's
Red
not
Devil. I'm
really
just kidding.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, Seasonic, but they are though, because like you've pointed out, if you're just willing to go on eBay, you can get a freshly pulled Seasonic power supply that's ugly.
Yeah.
It might be ugly, but it's like 450 watt bronze for like $20,
Yep.
and it's Seasonic. So it's like, yeah, you can get that with EVGA, but it's not going to have the same like capacitors and the actual electronics of it.
I forgot how much those Seasonic ones that we got from eBay were. I'm not sure if you got them. I think you got the cheaper $13 one, right? It was like 400 watt.
I actually ended up going with a Corsair one when I was looking, because all the Seasonic ones were sold out.
Yeah.
But the best deal I've gotten so far was an 825 watt silver rated for $20.
Okay.
But it wasn't Seasonic.
Yes. So I had to look up the deals. They're gone now, but they were $25. Seasonic 600 watts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So.
Because we gotta be careful too, because sometimes the I think it's like anything below 500 Seasonic, sometimes they don't have enough PCIe power ports
for definitely
what you might want.
Yep, that's what I got with the, I forgot, 430 watt or the low wattage one that I bought from them. You're the one who posted the deal on Twitter. Yeah, it did not have 6 pins, so that's definitely running something like a 1050 Ti through the motherboard.
Yeah.
Or PCI Express slot powered.
All right, man.
I think that's about it, though.
That's about it.
Thanks for coming to the stream, everyone. Sorry we couldn't stream gameplay tonight, even though I know a lot of people do drop out by that point, so it's not too many people disappointed. Yeah, and thanks for all of our other YouTube homies who are mods that keep the chat going.
Yeah, second that. It's awesome to see you guys here to support one another. And I almost forgot to mention, and that wasn't my outro either.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you gonna do the outro? Do I gotta stop stream soon? Okay, go on.
No, Toasty Matt is going to be doing a live stream where he's gonna collect all the donations that happen during the live stream for straight to charity.
Yeah.
And also, you can be entered to win a raffle. There's a ton of like free products. I wish he was here to like say it himself, like,
yeah,
because he knows all the details.
Did you leave? No. Yeah. No, he has a video on his channel though. Let me bring it up. Good point. I forgot that was even this weekend. I'm not gonna be able to attend the stream because I'm gonna be gone. Like I told you all weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it called One Life?
That sounds familiar, but that might be.
Maybe it's not One Life. Maybe I'm just making that up.
Here's the video.
That looks like such a Wendell video.
Where he's like
back turned, can't see his face.
Let me get this up.
Streamlabs.
But yeah, I just linked the video, and you guys can donate. If you donate a certain amount, I think it was $5. I don't recall off the top of my head. You can be entered in the raffle they're having. I think they're giving away a Seasonic PSU.
Yep. 600 something watt.
Yeah.
And there's also going to be Toshiba or like OCC. OCC and Toshiba, same thing, right?
I think, yeah, one procured the other, if I recall correctly.
So I'm guessing then it's probably like an SSD.
Yeah. I think so. They've given away SSDs on streams before, so it seems like they have a contact that helps out during these types of events.
That's cool. So you have that there as well.
Yeah.
And then a couple other things. So.
Yep.
And I remember last time he did the stream, he would take like viewer requests and actually play games with viewers, so you could do that too. I remember he randomly played Modern Warfare 2 with one of the subscribers.
Yeah, so you can be on stream.
Yeah. See ya, Alessio. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do we have anything else?
Nothing I can think of. I guess any small term announcements. I'm trying to think of other podcasts I listen to. Like, what do you guys have coming up? So what do you have coming up, Lee?
Oh, that's a good point. Just gonna keep grinding, man. I've learned more about like used hardware in terms of like laptops and like full pieces in the last few weeks than ever. So I'm just gonna be selling and editing.
Mm-hmm.
And
when can people expect a video? This isn't a promise. This is a projection or a guesstimate.
Yeah, because I was supposed to post one last week, but then I decided to record another one instead. So I just have this vicious cycle where I'm like, I'm just gonna record another one, and then it takes in the time. So, anyways, this week.
This week, okay. This
But,
this
yeah.
like calendar week or this 7 days from today.
Oh, this calendar week.
Okay,
For sure.
so by Saturday night, because Sunday is the next new week.
Oh yeah, by Saturday night.
Okay, you heard it.
Potentially. Oh, go ahead.
No, I said you heard it from him.
Stop me before I get in trouble. What do you got coming up?
Video hopefully this Sunday morning. Like I'm gonna lose sleep the next couple of days trying to get it done. If not, it'll be Sunday evening because I'll be home on Sunday morning. It works out that I'm gonna be out of town Friday morning until Sunday morning, which is like I do a lot of work when it comes to videos on Fridays and Saturday nights. Like I pull late hours, so I'm gonna lose that because I'm just not gonna be home. So I need to finish it by Thursday night, tomorrow night basically. Yeah, so